Hi, I'm Daniel from LIGO.co.uk and these are the Viking Kestrel binoculars. The Viking Kestrels are a mid-range set of binoculars and they come with several different sizes. I've got the 8x42 version here, but there's also an 8x32 and a 10x42 version. Obviously the specifics I'll be talking about in this video only refer to this model, but they're all roughly about the same. The 8x32s just have a slightly smaller objective lens and the 10x42s have a little bit more magnification. Viking may not be one of the biggest names in optics, but they've built a solid reputation for themselves over the last 30 years, and they're very well regarded here at LIGO. The Kestrels all come in around the £200 mark. Not exactly the cheapest binoculars around, but for models of this spec with ED glass, they actually offer incredible value for money. So how do they stack up? Let's take a look. Let's start out by talking about the design of the Kestrels. They're roof prism binoculars, and they feature an open hinge design, which means they're easy to adjust to suit the spacing of your own particular eyes. The focus wheel is comfortably within reach while using the binoculars, and it's metal and textured, so even if you've got gloves on or it's wet out, it's still easy to adjust. That means you can quickly switch it up on the fly to track an object in movement, such as a bird in flight. There's also a metal diopter ring as well, so if you've got one eye that's stronger or weaker than the other, you can comfortably adjust it to suit. The build quality of the Kestrels is truly impressive. The materials used are comparable with much more expensive binoculars. For a full-size pair of bins, the Kestrels are relatively lightweight. The model I've got here weighs in at 629 grams, which is about average for a model of this size and magnification. Obviously they're not as lightweight as a compact pair of binoculars like these, but for something to wear around your neck for a full day of bird watching, they're not too heavy. As you can see, the Kestrels have a rubber armoured casing. This helps give it a little bit of protection if they're getting knocked about, but the primary purpose is to make them easy to grip even in wet conditions. And while I'm on the subject, they're also fully waterproof and nitrogen purged to prevent fogging, which is just what you need for the fickle British weather. It's also worth mentioning that they have twist down eye cups. For most people that just means that you can make them more comfortable to use, but if you wear glasses, this feature is a real lifesaver, as it means you can still use the binoculars even with your glasses on and enjoy the full field of view that they offer. And the fact that they're twist down also means that they stay in place nicely when you push them up against your eyes. All in all, the Viking Kestrel binoculars are really well made. Obviously they're a world above cheaper ones as you'd expect, but even compared to more expensive binoculars, these still hold up very strongly. Build quality is one thing, but what really matters with binoculars is the quality of optics. Viking have decades of experience both producing their own binoculars and repairing other models from some of the bigger brands out there, so it's safe to say that they've got pedigree. All the Viking Kestrels come with ED glass, which stands for extra low dispersion, which is rare to find in a pair of binoculars around this price point. What this basically means is, whenever light passes through a lens, it refracts a little, so the image you see isn't quite as true to life as what you'd get with the naked eye. With ED glass, that refraction is kept to a minimum, so the image you see is brighter, clearer and more colourful. Even better, the lenses are also multi-coated too. This helps increase the rate of light transmission. The faster that rate, the brighter the image that hits your eye. Many brands only coat the top and bottom lenses, but Viking coat the lenses all the way through the Kestrels, which results in a noticeably brighter image. So they're great for use at dawn or dusk, as well as in the daytime. That's all the technical stuff out the way, but I'm sure what you really want to know is what these binoculars actually like to use. Well, the short answer is we think they're brilliant. For around £200, these are extremely good value for money, and the image clarity is excellent. We tested the Kestrels on a hill walk in the Moors up here in Scotland, and that lightweight was certainly appreciated when lugging them up a mountain. We actually managed to spot a couple of golden eagles while we were up there, and the Kestrel's wide field of view and well-placed focus wheel made it really simple to track them in flight. The 8x42 model that I've got here has an 8.1 degree field of view, nice and wide, which is just what you want for bird watching, but also makes them good all-purpose binoculars too, as you can quickly find whatever it is that you're looking for. Finally, the Kestrels, as with all binoculars from Viking, and indeed most brands nowadays, also comes with a little nylon carry case. We've had a few customers say it's a bit of a snug fit, and if you're going to be bashing the binoculars about, you might want to upgrade to something with a bit more protection, but for casual use, it does the job just fine. There's also a strap for the binoculars themselves included as well. This was a little bit fiddly to attach the first time, but when it's on, the padding makes it nice and comfortable to wear. So there we have it, the Viking Kestrel, a fantastic pair of ED binoculars that offers outstanding value for money. To find out more, or to get your hands on some for yourself, go to LIGO.co.uk.